What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Trailer Time. This is Mohit and Jamel, and today we got the latest Kingsman trailer for you that just dropped a couple days ago. This is the third Kingsman trailer that's dropped, and it's given us an official release date of September 18th, which is good for the movie industry because all the theaters are reopening and things are looking up. So let's just get in the trailer right away. This trailer, I think, hits the right level of exhilaration that you look for in a stylish action movie. It's just as stylish as the other two movies, which was definitely a denoting factor of the franchise. And the background song, although is a little basic, I think helped elevate the pace of the trailer, give us that really raw action feel that you look for in movies like this.
It's time to pour fuel on the fire of revolution.
Yes, my shepherd. Welcome, Englishman.
And since this is the third trailer of this movie, it took the liberty of showcasing only action and those sequences that are spectacles. So that helps sell the whole allure of this franchise, allure of this movie, even though it's set in World War I, it's not really alluring, it's more dark and gritty. But either way, this trailer sold me that this is going to be a high-octane action movie with some historical figures, which looks pretty interesting.
Definitely enhanced action scenes in this one. If you watch all three in the trilogy, you can see that the action scene intensity gets amped up each one. The Golden Circle had one of the best short action scenes in the trailer, the very end, when he blows the shit up. And then this one, when they're in the log cabin, throwing knives, that was dope. I will say that they might have used it also as a crutch because there's two trailers for this particular film. The first one I actually liked a little bit more, the earlier one, because they did give more of the flashbacks towards the actual World War I scene, which I think is a dope era. I think they'll probably in the movie they'll probably expand upon that way more and have actual probably cutscenes from when he's fighting. But I definitely like the origin story. I'm a big fan of origin stories. Origin stories work. Do you think that off of the last movie, people were getting bored with that saga or that storyline?
I think so. I think it was pretty unanimous. The second one wasn't as good as the first one. So saying Golden Circle wasn't as good as Secret Service. I think going on this prequel path and giving us some real historical figures, like I mentioned before, to keep us interested enough to keep watching this franchise. But I think the best part is, like you said, that it carries the same swagger as the first two movies. And since it is an origin story, it's going to give us the answers to the questions we had about this organization. And that's basically the most important part about this movie is this organization. And once there's an organization introduced in movies, you want to know everything about it and you want them to play out in a positive way. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Look at Spectre, that pretty much ruined the entire setup of Casino Royale. Don't even get me started. What even was that, Spectre? Why? Anyways. But yeah, it's going to give us a lot of answers. It's going to give a lot of answers, and I'm really excited for that.
There's something about fighting pre-World War II, pre-1950s. It's more rugged. Mm-hmm. This is definitely going to have a lot more fisticuffs. I think this is going to be more bloody.
Yeah, less weapons.
We're going to lose some characters in this one. Yeah, totally. Rasputin was an interesting choice. Of all the people involved in pre-Soviet Russia, they took the weird priest who was pedophile, yeah, all that shit. Yeah. Gross, teeth were messed up.
He growls like an
kung
animal.
Fu, which I was okay.
Yeah.
He does the circle bicycle kick. Okay, all right. I don't think Rasputin was doing that. But that's cool.
That's the thing about this franchise. They can take liberties with characters like that and it's come off as playful.
That's true. How political do you think they get into this movie? Because this is a super political era, too.
The first two movies, they did kind of play on the whole, billionaires doing whatever the hell they want kind of aspect to make the world that they see fit. I wouldn't call that a political statement, just more of maybe a comment, or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. since this is more like a geopolitical conflict in this prequel, they could play into that, but I really don't see that being a huge part of the movie.
My argument to that would be that like Matthew Vaughn in a lot of the other movies he's done has used that aspect to like enhance the storyline, right?
That's a good
like
point.
First Class was like basically all about that, right?
Yeah, that's a very good point. You can kind of see Kick-Ass's vigilantism versus like police.
That's true. I mean, even Secret Service was kind of like the underbelly of like government and poverty, and they get the kids in the streets and then eating trains, and they expose them to like the truth of the world. Like I feel like Matthew likes to incorporate that stuff, and if it's World War I, you know.
That's true. I didn't see that. You know, he's been a really good director when it comes to highly entertaining action movies like Layer Cake, you mentioned X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass was good, and Kingsman 1 was good. 2 was honestly not bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. So I think he's a really good choice to keep him on board, because I think he has a proven track record for one. He, I think, really understands the source material and how to play it out and how to adapt it really well. So I think it was a good choice, and I think the trailer is proof of that he can deliver another highly entertaining action movie. Let's see if it's more entertaining than Kingsman: The Golden Circle, because that's what it's going to be compared to.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Does Samuel L. Jackson come back for a cameo, yes or no?
How would he come back for a cameo? He's not even born yet.
I don't know.
Like, he builds a time machine and comes back into World War I to tell Rasputin how to win, and then goes back into the present time, and then he dies.
Rewatched a bunch of the materials from the first movie in preparation for this. Usually I don't like the corny bad guy character jokes and stuff, but like I thought it was really good, and I was like, you know, it would be nice if they did a full circle transition. Like, you talk about World War I, gets to the time period, then he's old, and then a young Samuel L. Jackson maybe says some shit to him in the street or something like that, and then it starts off back into the, you know, when they full circle it back into the first movie.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, with this franchise, anything could really happen. Just looking at the Secret Service and Golden Circle, how they're trying to infect the whole people using tainted drugs, or make people go crazy and fight themselves and blow off their heads. Just a quick sidebar, that scene in the first movie where every rich person's head was blowing up like it was fireworks was crazy. So based on that, anything could happen. So I guess viewers, keep an open mind. If you see Samuel L. Jackson, don't be too surprised, because we said it first.
At all, and he will say motherfucker. He's definitely going to say it.
Maybe he teaches Rasputin that word. But I think you bring up a good point. Not a really good point. It's kind of you can connect it to a good point. Yeah. So in this trailer, you'll see that all the villains have this ring with what it looks like a cane symbol on it.
Yeah.
It seems like there is this evil organization that might lead into. That might be what Samuel L. Jackson's a part of, or that might be what Julianne Moore from the second movie is a part of, or might show how the Golden Circle is related.
You tell me you wouldn't like it if the Kingsman worked with the X-Men on something,
I mean,
and then
cool.
they inherently worked with the Avengers on something.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not saying that wouldn't be cool. I'm just saying there's no way they'd make a movie about it.
Dude, I think they belong in the MCU. I think that would be dope. Yo, Matt, if you're watching this, which you probably are, put Kingsman in the next Spider-Man movie. Figure it out, bro. You have to connect. You know what to do.
A S.H.I.E.L.D. Kingsman collaboration. Work together to take down some weird aliens.
What, London, U.S.? Oh, dude, come on. You're writing the story right now.
Yeah, well, we'll pitch it to you, Matthew. Are you excited to watch this movie from this trailer?
Honestly, I wasn't at first. Full disclosure, I was the biggest fan, but honestly, after this, I'm kind of excited. After hearing your points about it, actually, we'll probably watch it. I'll probably rewatch Golden Circle to see if I still hate it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably will, but it's worth a watch. I personally am pretty excited. I think it's also, one thing that's playing into it is that we haven't been to a movie theater in so long. No movies have really come out, so literally, I think a lot of people will just watch whatever is out in theaters. So I think that's definitely helping me get hyped and really excited for this movie too.
What are you rating the trailer?
What am I rating it? Let's see. So it's got the action. I think the background song, as routine as it was, worked really well. It was making me excited, getting the heart rate up. And it is one of my favorite songs. So I think I'm going to give it a 4. Even though it was highly emphasis on style, spectacle, and action, it still got me excited and got me in the mood to watch this movie. So it gets a 4 from me.
I'm going to go 3.5. 3.5. It's okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a 3.
It's not a bad trailer. 3.3.
3.35.
You're getting way too specific. Stick to the 0.5s.
I know, not because dude, there's something subtlety. Because I'm like docking it for something like random.
Oh, there you have it, everyone. Our thoughts and opinions and review of the Kingsman trailer, the third one that's out now. Check it out. Leave a comment if you disagree or agree. What are your thoughts on the trailer? Like, subscribe, follow us on all the social media. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Good night, America.